All right, we're up and running. Welcome back, everyone, to day four. I don't know how I'm staying consistent these days, but today's going to be a little bit different of a video. Today, we're going to be doing a student interview of, I don't even want to call this guy a student, Mr. Gavin Patterson, but he has been in Closer Cartel for how long?
Over a year. I joined last May.
And he didn't do shit for a long time, but
Yeah,
now
I
he's
was
making
on the
money.
sidelines for a while.
Anyway, but Gavin, welcome to my first student interview. I've never done one of these. Mr. Alexander does them, but he's on the sideline, so look who's taking over with the student interviews. But um, yeah, this won't be too much about me. It'll be about you. So first things first, how did you stumble into high ticket sales? What were you doing before sales? Just give everyone like a background of who is Gavin? Who's this magnificent fellow on the other side of the screen?
This brother stumbled into something. No, I'm just kidding. But before this, I was doing a car detailing business.
Weren't you a pledge too?
That was at Virginia Tech.
Oh, okay,
I'm
perfect.
getting there. I'm getting there. But was doing a car detailing business. Then I went to college. And then when I got back, I was like, okay, I don't want to wash cars. I want to do something in sales. So I did car sales for a little bit. But then, if you've done car sales, you probably don't want to do it too long. You don't want to be that guy at the dealership that has
What, you
too
don't
many
like
friends.
putting people in weird spots financially?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't like. Yeah, no, I don't like car. It was fun. It was a good experience, but I was like, okay, this is not what I want to do long term. And then I found Closer Cartel on YouTube, and then you could literally go back to I think May 16th or 15th live stream that Luke did, where I joined Closer Cartel on the YouTube live because I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. So I used all my money from car selling and some car detailing money as well to join. So that was the beginning,
There we go, and that's how it ended too. No, I'm just kidding.
the beginning of the end.
Anyway, okay, cool. So how old were you when you joined? 19, 18,
19. Yeah,
19.
that was 19.
Okay.
Just when I just
So
turned 19.
okay. So about a year ago because you just turned
Yeah.
20. So cool. So how many offers have you been on? What type of offers? You don't have to get into like names of people. We don't want to dox anyone, but um, from when you joined to getting on your first offer, what was that period like? And I know, like you mentioned, we talked about this off camera, but you didn't do as much as you could have when you first joined. So tell people how it was joining something like Closer Cartel or any sales group, whatever,
Yeah.
to getting on your first offer and actually starting to make money.
Yeah. So I guess to preface as well, because most people don't know, the reason why I was like on the sidelines, like not fully bought in the beginning, is because I was in college. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, at the end of 2 years of college, I'm going to go ahead and go all in on this. But like a year and a half in, I was like, if I'm already going to leave and do this full time, then I might as well just go ahead in it now. So that's when I really started to like get active in the community, started role playing a lot, actually practicing, and then things started to pick up a lot quickly or a lot quicker. So that's when I literally from that moment to where I took it seriously, like how people should in the beginning, to getting on an offer was probably like a good offer was like a month and a half. And that was the Amazon FBA offer. Started setting on that.
How'd you get on that one?
You, yeah. So Kitchen hooked me up with the back door, the opportunity channel, and it was like, yo, looking for some hungry
The
entrepreneurs.
hungriest.
I was starving back then, so jumped on that. Was started as a setter, got pretty good, moved up to closing, and then I just recently joined a new offer, which is a TikTok affiliate offer. That's pretty good, but the reason why I was able to do that even in the first place was because the money I made, the opportunities, the connection I made from the beginning, to be able to put me in contact with those other people that have other offers as well and other opportunities.
Yeah, that was a good analysis. Well, also too, I think we're missing on something. You came from Virginia to
Hmm.
the 305. Why'd you do that? Like tell people, you don't have to tell them why you had money, of course, and everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, like tell them how you bet on yourself and now you're here.
Yeah, so like the way I looked at it, because I'd already made up my mind, like after 2 years of college, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go all in, to sales. I was like, okay, if I can afford to go down to Miami for like at least a year or give myself like buy myself 6 months to be able to figure it out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Because like, okay, if I can't figure it out within 6 months, then I probably shouldn't be down there anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, figure it out for 6 months. So when I left college, that's when I went back home, was still, going all in with sales, and then got on the opportunity right as I moved down there, and then just started, picking up from there. But kind of all that accumulating to me going all in Closer Cartel, but then also going all in on myself to give me those opportunities and be around these people.
Yeah. What was going through your mind when you just picked up everything and moved across the country or across the country with really not having any friends or any security at all? I mean, you had money, but like security in terms of network and like having to put yourself out there because now we're in Miami. This brother knows everyone. He'll see the janitor at Moxie's and he's like, "What's up, brother? How you been?" So how is that? How is putting yourself out there? I mean, you seem like a very outgoing person, probably for a while, but
Yeah.
how is that not knowing anyone and meeting people and trying to get offers like that?
Yeah, so I mean, you lived in Tampa, and I know you were back and forth between Miami. Luke was in Miami, but I knew I wouldn't just like, especially in the beginning, just like talk to you guys and like hang out. So at first it was, well, the trip down there was exciting because I like felt free. Like the drive was 16 hours. I like did it like I stopped like 4 times for gas and food, but other than that, like I drove the whole way. My dad was with me, but I still drove the whole way just 'cause I was so excited. And then like
Oh, did you
the
just get your
first
permit?
yeah, that was when I just got my permit in the Prius, so it was tough. But nah, I drive an Accord. But even though the first couple of days down there or the first week was like kind of eye opening because it gets to that point where like, okay, well, I am actually in a new place and I don't know anybody.
It's just
Uh,
you. Yeah.
yeah, I know. So I had that like not regret, but like that loneliness set in. But obviously, being around, talking to people, meeting people outside, right? Because that's just the hub for anyone in the online money making space. Really, is down there or goes through there. I just started meeting people left and right through going out to get breakfast or going to the gym. So there, I was able to make connections with people as well,
Yeah,
which is
talk about that. How has being not weird and being funny and I guess being a real human being, how has that helped your sales career? Not like on the phones and everything, but like getting
yeah.
on offers that like this new one was all through you, just being a clown. So like talk about how being and going out of your house is like actually important to make money as well.
It's so important. And you were literally just talking about this like the other day in your coaching call to where like people get in the trap, especially with online money and online sales, like, laptop lifestyle, you're just locked away in your house or, you travel to some random country and live off of $5 a day because it's cheap, but you're just on your laptop, which, yeah, that's the nice part about it because you can choose to do that. But more importantly, it's so like advantageous to go out and make these connections and stuff like that. Because even though in some of these businesses you can make all your money yourself, but it's not actually fun, and you're missing out on so much more by not, putting yourself out there and working with other people that are also on the same journey. Because you can either help bring someone up, or someone that's already up can help you go up as well. But also, the main thing is just being genuine. Just because I've known people in Miami as well, me being outgoing, so it was a little bit easier. But I've known other people that aren't as outgoing, but they still put themselves out there, right? And they don't try to be someone they're not. They're still a little reserved, but they, still actually force themselves to go out there and make connections, and be able to do that. Because either way, it's just going to put you in a better spot.
Yeah. What do you say to someone that's scared to bet on themselves? Not even like in terms of investing, but doing something like you did. Because it's not for everyone. Doing something like that is definitely not for everyone. Like I know people off the top of my head that would probably cry every single night if they moved to a new city with no friends or anything.
Yeah.
So what do you say to the people that are scared to bet on themselves, whether that be moving to a whole nother place or investing into a coaching program like Closer Cartel? What do you say to people like that are scared?
Yeah. I mean, I always looked at it, was like, okay, well, what's the alternative? Right? Like, obviously it's not guaranteed to work, but if you don't like try, you're just guaranteeing that it won't work. So if it won't work, what does that look like? Okay, that's probably you doing things you don't want to do, right? Following maybe your parents' footsteps, which I'm not saying is bad if that's what you want to do, but you have to truly ask yourself, okay, am I aligned with my goals? Like, am I going in the direction I want to go in? Like me personally, not just following someone else or what like, limiting beliefs were put on me or society wants me to do. It's like, okay, what do I want to do? And then how do I put myself in the best position to, capitalize on those opportunities? And the best way is if you want to, make money online, if you like sales, okay, go learn from people that know what they're doing, right? Go learn
Mhm.
from a community that's growing and giving out opportunities and building those skill sets to be able to do so. And I always looked at it as, especially being in college, it's like, okay, the average college class, even community college, like big college, you're paying, 1,500, 2K, 3K, for a class. It's like, okay, you could take that money and invest that into a program, right? Obviously, one that you understand, and that instead of learning from an old person that's living a life you don't want to live and reading from a textbook, you're learning from someone that is doing the things you want to do, giving you those skills and giving you that opportunity to, make the money you want to make or do what you want to do. So I
You don't
always
want
looked at it
you
like
don't
that.
want to learn biology?
Nah, biology was never my thing. I was, never a coder. I think the most I think accounting I did good in accounting because it was like
You should go
you
back to it. I think it's more of you.
yeah, no, I always every like week or so I think about I look at the Virginia Tech homepage and I hit the re-enroll button just to see what that process looks like in case I got to go back. But no, I'm just kidding. But other than that, that's how I look at it. It's like you're already investing in yourself from people you don't even want to learn from. It's like, okay, actually learn from something you want to do and see
Yeah.
where that can actually take you.
Yeah, dude, fear will get everyone, especially in our demographic of like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 year olds. Like, they don't have to do anything, but at the same time, too, like, once they get to 23, 24, 25, and they start getting to 9 to 5s or shit, maybe having families, like, it's tougher then. But I
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit more about sales specifically. Like, your progression from setter to closer. It's because I trusted you, but what was that transition like? Because like you were only on our offer for what, like 2 months or 2 or 3 months setting, and then you moved
3
up to
months, yeah.
closer. Yeah. So talk about that. Like, why do you think you're able to move up very quickly compared to other people?
Yeah. Well, I think the main thing is being around you, obviously developing the skill set, but like how you are always thinking, like forward thinking of, okay, like this is where I am now, this is my job, but what can I look outside of this to better myself or better the people around me?
Hmm.
So always having that mindset of like, okay, because that'll automatically make you better at where you are, and then also open those doors for moving forward. So kind of like really locking in on closing or on setting when I was there, doing the best I could with follow ups and everything like that, helping other setters or other team members that got onto the team, helping them get situated with everything. But then also focusing, okay, if I can, do one mock closing, call a day or, a call review or, watch some of your calls or watch somebody else's calls and, have that forward thinking as well. Because no one wants to be a, setter for too long, right? The whole point of that is to
Yeah.
be a stepping stone, but really focusing, okay, this is not where you want to be and you got to really make sure you have that in the back of your mind because it's really easy, especially if you're like DM setting and the offer's like pumping and you're getting comfortable making 5, 6, 7, 8K a month, just
Yeah.
with your thumbs. Okay, that's nice, but okay, you still need to develop the skill of sales. So
Yeah.
saying, okay, how do I transition out of this as quickly as I can?
Yeah. And we've seen, we know a lot of people that unfortunately got into that kind of realm of doing it, which is just part of the game. But
Yeah.
what how much, we don't have to get into specific numbers, but the first month closing, first 30 days, I'm pretty sure you did over 10K, right?
Yeah, first full 30 days of closing I did. So I like numbers. I'm a numbers guy. No, so it was March where I started closing,
It was
but it
like
was towards
halfway
the
through March. Yeah.
yeah, halfway towards like the last like week and a half basically of March. And that month I did like 8.5.
Okay.
But then my first full 30 days of closing, I had crossed 10, and then stayed pretty consistent around there over the last few months as well.
Yeah.
And then
Then
now,
now this month will probably be, what
yeah,
would you say you're on pace for? Like, starting from the new offer, let's say if you were to keep the same pace or even go more, what do you think you're on pace for this month?
yeah. This month we're probably going to Dreams with a suitcase. Right now, like with everything in total, like at this point of the month, I'm at like 7
There you go.
or 8.
So on track for like 15, 16K.
15, yeah.
And that's very quick. He even moved way quicker than I did when I first started setting. So that shows you, use network very seriously, use you being a human very seriously. And Gavin spent a lot of money on coaching, not just with Closer Cartel, but in other programs that I've invested into. So he's definitely bettered himself. So that's amazing, dude. And what would you say is the worst part of your job? Because I don't want to give everyone rainbows and sunshines.
Yeah.
And I want to keep my channel as raw as possible when it comes to sales because I think people respect that more. What do you think is the worst part about closing and sales?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd say the worst part about it, which I mean is keeping in mind that it's still a great opportunity as well, especially
Yeah.
with no overhead, getting started in online business,
No,
getting your
it's definitely still the best, like
yeah,
100%,
yeah.
but it's not all rainbows and sunshine.
Yeah. So like the one of the worst parts about it is two things. One, you're still trading your time for money, which is as well. I mean, but then you weigh
Wagey.
the benefits. Yeah, it's like okay, well, you say that, but it's not like a 9 to 5 where you're clocking in,
Yeah.
right? You still have freedom. You can still move your
It's a
calendar
fun
around.
9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fun 9 to 5. The office is open. You're able to hang out, but
Yeah.
you're still,
We get to meet at the water cooler,
yes, we get to meet at the water cooler,
and
grab a
boss
bite
brings
to eat.
still brings donuts.
Yeah. You don't get a case of the Mondays here. You don't get a bad case of the Mondays, which is good. You can hit the links during the week if you want. If you block out your calendar, you don't got to wait for the weekends to hit the links when the prices are high in this economy.
Yeah.
So it's still good,
The
but
economy. Raise your hand in the comments if the economy's been getting you.
yeah, hey, and be honest. Be honest. If this thing gets 10,000 views, I want 9,998 hands up in the in the chat because I
I don't
know.
even know how they're supposed to put their hands up in the
Yeah, I
chat,
mean,
but do it anyway.
I know millionaires and billionaires, and the economy's getting them too. So I know us thousandaires are getting hit pretty bad. But overall, like back to your question, you're still trading your time for money, but which is not bad because obviously you can control how much you make. But with that being said, there's just sometimes where you don't like feel like it. Like you just want to, especially on days if you're booked back to back and you just happen to get like unlucky with, a lot of people that, don't have money or not serious or, whatever it is. And you just keep having repetitive conversations that can be annoying. Or just talking to some like rocks, like people that just, don't get it. Like you're just trying to help them and they just like can't comprehend it. So you're like, okay, then like you don't feel confident giving them whatever opportunity that you're selling because you're like, okay, if I can't even have a regular conversation with this guy to make him commit, then I know he won't be able to be successful with whatever business model it is. So sometimes that. But with that being said, on the flip side of that is
Yeah, I was gonna
obviously
say, what's the best part about your job?
yeah, yeah. I was about to say that on the flip side of that, which obviously outweighs that by a lot, is really helping those people, right? Get over the edge, get out of their own way, and make money with whatever opportunity that they want to, right? Like the best feeling and most fulfilling feeling is getting someone out of their way, getting over that hump, and then you seeing them in the community, in the chat, posting a couple days later saying, "Hey, I just made, my first $1,000 online. I just made, my first $3,000, 4,000. I got my money back in the first month of me joining the program. Now it's all green and I got so much momentum and they're really learning because there you can see, people are really, really putting themselves in a situation and that's because you were able to help them out. And at the end of the day,
Right.
that's what sales is, right? That's why you have to be yourself and be genuine because at the end of the day, your job is to help them out, right? Help them get out of their own way of any uncertainties, any self-doubt, limiting beliefs that they had, that probably you had when you getting started as a salesperson, to be able to help them out to get them in that opportunity.
Yeah. That's why I'm really doubling down on content because the amount of text that I get from Closer Cartel students, obviously I'm like more of the day to day and in the weeds and getting people opportunities. The amount of people that I get text from, hey bro, you changed my life, like you helped me with this, like it's motivating. That's why I want to double down on specifically Closer Cartel because
Hmm.
I love doing what I do and that's why I want to get more and more people in. But last thing, what would you say, and you can be totally honest here, what would you say to all the people that know about Closer Cartel, know about me, know about Luke? How do you think we've helped you or not helped you? And what would you say are to the people that are on the fence about joining Closer Cartel?
Yeah. I mean, I would just look at it and because the way I looked at it in my position, I especially tell, a bunch of younger people as well in my position, even if you're not younger, if you really look at it, it's like, okay, well, what do you have to lose, right? A lot of times, most people are in positions where they don't have anything to lose and they have everything to gain. To where it's like, okay, in a year from now, will you, be sad that, okay, you have, less money in your bank account? I mean, not even then, you're obviously working or making money, so that really won't be an effect. Or will you be like, wow, I took a chance on myself and now I'm, maybe not fully out of my job. Maybe I'm still in school, but okay, I'm at school and I'm at college making 5K a month when all my friends are making nothing. I'm able to put most of this away and really double down and get a skill that can make me, not have to go to a 9 to 5. So really just having that conversation to yourself, okay, well, what genuinely do I have to
Let's
lose?
have that conversation.
Let's have that conversation. Let's see what that boils down to. I want all our frontal lobes to be developed, front lobe, back lobe,
Okay,
every ear
no
lobe.
more of that. No more of that. If
But
you
yeah,
put me and a Gavin in a room, we would break a lot of brains. Anyway,
it gets
uh,
bad pretty
yeah,
quick,
it does.
as you just saw there. That was just
That
very,
was a
very,
smidgen of it.
yes. That,
Anyway, you totally skipped over the most important part. How have Luke and myself helped you? And yeah, and what do you think we can get better at too?
yeah, I mean, I think you guys help just by like the opportunity, right? Like, especially with the online space, I think, especially like me personally, like when I started looking for sales like online, you guys were just, the first that I came across because, have, the biggest track record in the space, which is well deserved, right? That you obviously don't get there by, not obviously producing results, helping people. Um, but the main thing is just the opportunity to be able to say, okay, if someone does commit, if someone gets out of their own way, gets over their fears, says, okay, I'm going to make this work, being in a vehicle that can actually get you there, right? Whether that
Ooh,
be
someone's calling me.
rats.
Ever
But
so
yeah,
good.
just you guys being supportive
Oh my
with the
goodness.
opportunity. They double dialed, they're well trained.
Go ahead.
But you guys just supporting with the opportunity, with helping out. I guess in the case of what you guys can get better at, um, I'm trying to give some constructive criticism here. Um, I don't even know because a lot of the because you guys are doing really well, especially doubling down on the content and everything, and obviously you're always helping out with people with opportunities. Most of the problems I see people have, like even with getting started or before getting started, are the same problems. It's just them not doing the work. Like I'll literally ask people because I'm one of the coaches as well. Like I'll ask people, okay, what do you
I
guys need
forgot.
help with? Like why are you not
Yeah.
why are you not where you want to be? I'm like, okay, are you on an offer? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, well, that's not a problem. Have you done any outreaching? No, I haven't. Okay, well, are you a closer yet? Or you've been setting for a while. Have you done any closing mocks? No, I haven't. It's like, okay, well, we know what we need to do, right? We just need to do it, right?
Yeah.
But that's why we're there, right? And that's why the community's there and being around like-minded people is so important to where, okay, you're around people. Like, if you go to the gym with your friends and all your friends go to the gym and you're like, nah, guys, I'm gonna just eat donuts today and, sit inside and you do that over a long period of time, either they're gonna bully you or they're just not gonna be your friend,
Yeah.
right? So the same thing in this aspect where obviously you won't get bullied, but it's like, yo, everybody's winning. You want to win too. Okay, you already know what to do, right? It's just being around that energy with people doing it so you have the confidence to do it yourself. But
Yep.
in terms of getting better, I don't think there's, much more, right? I mean, you
Don't
get
lie
in,
to me. No, I'm just kidding. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
what do you say is your favorite part about it? Is it the community? Is it the coaching?
100% the community.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say that too.
actually meeting people in person as well is a cool
Dude,
thing.
like last week, my Miami 12. It sounds weird, but 12,
Like,
18 year olds deep. No, I'm just kidding. But dude, like it's. I don't think any info product does it like us in terms of the community.
yeah,
Sure, there might be really good people in sales, but if you're not able to enjoy it with people that are on the same journey as you too, like it's not as cool, right?
yeah, yeah. And like one of the cool things with the communities, I've obviously been able to meet, a lot of cool friends. Like my best friend from college, I got him in CC, and now he's doing this full time as well, like sales. But a lot of times, since I'm in Miami and not everybody can, just kind of get on a whim and move down there, I'll like, yo, you could stay with me for the weekend.
Yeah,
Apparently, I've left
he's
my
got
door.
he's got a lot of people on his couch.
Yeah, yeah.
Casatua.
It's the Air G and B or Air G and P. So but it's not Casa. So
Yep.
so keep
I'm
that
sure
in
everyone
mind.
will understand that one.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but this is good, dude. This is my first interview, and there's no one else to do it with besides Mr. Peterson. Is that your name? No, I'm just kidding.
Rats.
Anyway, it was good talking to you, dude. Let's make some money, and if anyone wants to hit up Gavin for any reason, I don't know why the fuck you would want to talk to Gavin.
Please don't.
But I'll put his what's your Instagram?
Uh Gavin Patterson 4 it should be. It
There you
should
go,
be.
number
We
4.
should be in tagged and post. But we'll need to run this back in about 6 months' time when Sandra moves down to Miami.
Oh yeah.
Uh so it could be you helping me out and then me helping somebody else out and then there's Sai as well. Man, it's just like a web. Everybody's helping everybody. So it's
We're not
great.
even talking about spiders.
And we're
But
not talking about Charlotte.
All right. Let's end it here. We're coming up on 25 minutes. This was a good interview, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay.
Catch you guys.